Welcome back to everyone, the rest of and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And Money in the Bank is next weekend, so a lot of time is spent setting up matches that will occupy the card. And yeah, there's lots of interesting stuff on here. So let's get into it without further ado. And we started things off with Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa and Solo Sikoa arriving in Madison Square Gardens. It opens with shots of stars arriving in the show and recapping Jacob Fatu's debut last week. We saw the new Bloodline arrive backstage without Fatu. Solo Sikoa didn't answer when asked where he was. Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton attacked them before anything could happen. After a break, the trio returned to the ring and ended up taking out the security team as Nick Aldis looked angry. He later returned with cops to escort them around. The crowd seemed hot for this segment and got the show started with lots of energy. The Bloodline will be back later in the show, so probably Orton, Rhodes and Owens won't be far away in the context of this story. But moving on then to Jade Cargill against Candice LeRae against Tiffany Stratton in the first match of the night, and all three women looked up at the briefcase before engaging. The show cuts to break. Nia Jax and Bianca Belair showed up at ringside and hadn't interfered in any way yet. It was a strong performance from all three. LeRae's veteran experience came in handy, but Stratton and Cargill didn't need help looking good. Belair prevented Jax from attacking Cargill, but Indy Hartwell shoved her into the ring post while the EST was talking to the ref. The ref ended up leading to Tiffy hitting trademark moonsault on the Poison Pixie for the win. I think it's obvious it's going to be Stratton pinning LeRae and to get the win. But you know, I thought the match was pretty good. I think Stratton obviously a star in the future. It makes the most sense to have her in. It's a shame not to have Jade in there, but I think it does make sense, obviously, with the other stuff that she's doing at the moment. Before it's time for Santos Escobar against Logan Paul against LA Knight, and after a video hyping Knight and Paul's feud, both men and Escobar competed in another three-way Money in the Bank qualifying match. Paul brought out Tyrese Hilburton from the Indiana Pacers to his corner, which of course upset the New York crowd. Paul and Escobar formed a tenacious alliance to team up on Knight, but only lasted a couple of minutes. The social media megastar turned on the leader of LDF and tossed him out the ring. The bout lasted 2 segments and gave all 3 competitors time to shine. Paul wasn't going for as many high-flying spots as usual, but gave him a chance to show off some of the other skills he's picked up. The ending wasn't easy to predict, as most have kind of been in and around contention, but Halberson and Nick's person, who were seated at ringside, had a standoff at ringside before Knight picked up the win by reversing a roll-up from Paul to get the win. Knight and Bronson stood by side and made Paul and Halberson break down, and obviously this makes sense with the ongoing feud and stuff like that. It's also a fun ending with the stars involved as well. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, good stuff. And I think we're definitely going to lead to a match between these two potentially at SummerSlam, which could be very hot. So yeah, I thought this was good. 7 out of 10. We then got a video to pay tribute to Elite Seeker and Hawaii of the Wilds at the moment, and yeah, of course, some condolences to his family, Roman Reigns, etc. At this tough time. Before we got Blair Davenport versus Indy Hartwell and Naomi in the third Money in the Bank match of the night. Naomi took control early with a dropkick, but both opponents, but her lead was short-lived. Davenport showed serious aggression as she took the upper hand heading into the break. Hartwell used her side to advantage when returned, and she was almost able to pin both women after hitting a spine buster to Davenport on top of Naomi. All 3 superstars came close to winning this match, but it was over when Naomi won thanks to some help from Cargill, who was getting some revenge for what happened to her early in the night. Much like the other 2 Money in the Bank qualifiers, we saw everyone get some time in the spotlight. There was a clear lack of chemistry in some spots, but not enough to keep this being a solid performance. I thought it was pretty solid. Not going to go down in memory as a classic, but I thought for what it was okay. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. The main event segment this week was the Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony to officially make Heyman the wise man for Sikoa. The new tribal chief promised Heyman that Fatu was not there and took his advice about him being too violent for the group. As soon as they got in the ring, Sikoa welcomed Fatu to the ring, revealing he was lying earlier. He stared right at a shocked Heyman as Fatu came to the ring. Fatu, Tama and Loa acknowledged Sikoa, but Heyman hesitated. He said he loves Solo, but he's not his tribal chief. Sikoa immediately attacked him with Samoan strike and ordered Fatu to hit him a flying headbutt. They then put Heyman through the announce table with a triple powerbomb. It ended with a new Bloodline standing tall, and WWE had to censor some out. This was a great way to kick this new area of the story on. Now Roman Reigns for his comeback. Yeah, a really hot ending, and I can't wait to see where it's going. And overall, SmackDown this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a really strong episode of SmackDown, I have to say. Lots of really exciting matches on there. Money in the Bank qualifiers, I think WWE on the most part got it right. And yeah, of course, that ending with the Bloodline and Heyman was really hot, and all leading to a big Roman Reigns comeback. So yeah, good stuff. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.